Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Bryce, it's Jan from the Bryce Byte, and today I want to present to you Manim Motion. It is a editor for Manim. Now you may ask, Manim, what is that if you never heard of it? Well, Manim, originally created by 3Blue1Brown, is a Python library that is used for animations. It is very it's very nice. It's a good library. It's very nice stuff. Very simple to use, but lots of people have zero knowledge about code, and they sometimes ask me like, "Do you know an alternative for this?" Because I like the way it looks. So I decided to, okay, let me maybe try it myself. So I'm here today to present my own project called Manim Motion. It is simply said just a graphical editor for Manim, which makes it rather simple. It's all self-contained in one Docker container. And let's just jump into it. Let me just show you how it works. So when you launch the container, which I shall show you later on in the video, you get this screen if you just go to your local host. This is the main page. At the top you have your navigation bar with where you can new a new file, open a file, or just everything saved to the server because everything is linked to a local database. So you can import anything, even images and SVGs. So let us just start, for example, with the Manim logo. As you can see, it just pops in here. I can make it change certain locations via here. I can also drag it around and it will work. And I can enlarge it and scale it, and if I hold shift it keeps the aspect ratio, and then I can center it again. Just this beginning is already sometimes difficult for certain people, which makes it way nicer because a lot of people who make content and use Manim, they just take a logo and want to have the animation that it appears to show it, as seen in channels like Bog, who I inspire as a content creator and gave me the motivation to start my videos here. So we can just click on here, and on the right we can change colors, stroke width, opacity, but here the entrances and the exit is what people like the most. So we can drag it to make it longer here, let's say 5 seconds, and then have it the right that will last 2 seconds, for example. And now this is ready in the animation, as you can see in the timeline here below. Then we can click the render button, and we can click render again because I tried a bit before. And we have multiple quality levels. Let's just pick the recommended high one. The higher quality you want, the longer it will take to render. So now it's rendering via the container, and it does not take long before we get an output. And when the output is ready, it just appears on the screen. And I see that I forgot to fully change it. But as you can see, this is the animation that I wanted, and also the duration of how long it takes. But if you want to have, for example, the transforming, we can do that too. So I can just hit delete on my keyboard and it also works. Let's say, for example, I have this rectangle here that I scale a bit up. And I have this circle over here, which I also scale a bit up. And as you can see, they nicely snap to the side of each other. I can also overlap them if I want multiple objects on the same scene. So I can click one, shift click on the other to select both of them. Then I can create a transform. This will just morph one piece into the other. So you can also do the start, the duration of everything, the easing, how it goes. It's all very, very user-friendly in my opinion. And then we can click render again. Let's just now take low to make it very fast. And as you can see, this is how we see it in the videos and also now here on the screen. If you say, but I know how to code this little bit and I want to import my already existing stuff so I can edit it, well, you can toggle here on code view and then you can see everything in code, which is rather nice and easy for people to use, and they can change stuff. Like for example, the background color needs to be like gray, then you can apply to canvas and it will apply and go back, which is also very user friendly that you can import it. If it will not work, of course it will give an error. You can also change certain shapes, certain locations of everything. Also, while it is working, you can click and make other motion animations. But let's say, for example, we're done with this one, so we just want to save it to the server. And then we can start a new project. To go back, we can go to server projects and we see, oh, we have this one saved, and we can just click to load it back in. On edit files, it's also just undo and redo. The view, we can also change it to dark and light mode. So I'm sorry for all the people who watch this at night. It's rather bright. Let's turn it back to black mode, dark mode. And then tools, this is just the render, which does the same as the button here on the right, and on the help, this is just the shortcuts and the about. You can change the title over here, and that is mainly it. It does not look like a lot, but it does the thing that it's made to do. So you have lots of shapes here that can just transform from one thing into the other. Some nice images to pop in. You can drag it here, make it bigger, center it just with these buttons because I also rather like them. You can also have the grid shown or not shown and have the snapping tool to make it snap to certain axes on the grid, which makes it also rather simple to use. And then we just render and do it, and now this is with a simple fade in and a fade out, and as you can see, it just does the job, which is what is supposed to be done. Well, and now the installation of it, it's also rather simple. So we can open a terminal, and as you can see, let me just go back, and let's just make a directory, and let's just call it Manim test, and go into that, of course. Then how to start it, it's in the GitHub. It is rather simple. You just git clone the repository URL, which is seen up above, and then you compose build it. So you just clone it, git clone and paste it. I forgot to add a little space there. I'm sorry for that. And while that's cloning, it does not take long. And then you just cd into that, and then you just do a docker compose up -- build, and this will just pull every file, everything. I try to optimize it as much as possible to make it not run that long, and as you can see, it is almost done. Yes, the renderer takes the longest time because it uses the official Manim. And as you can see, it is all ready, because we can then open our Docker and you can see that the Manim Motion is indeed here and ready to use. So I use Redis as a database because it's RAM based, and this is good and works for these kind of projects because it's rather fast to keep everything stored in your RAM while working. The renderer is just the Manim, the API endpoints, and then my own web server, which is on port 8080, which if you click on it, you just go to the same page where we go to. If I save this file to the server, and on here I open the server project, I can click here and I get the same one. So it's all working accordingly. There are still some bugs in it, but I'm fixing them. If you find some bugs in them too, just comment down below and I will try to fix them as soon as possible. This was kind of it. I also made a landing page for it. It's made with Claude, it's with the Opus model. It's because I just wanted something to show people without needing to have Docker fully whipped up, and it shows everything kind of how it works. And if there are any questions, any uncertainties, or just any feedback on anything, you can just leave a comment down below and I will read it. And thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helped you one way or another.